Hello. Welcome to Atlantic Canada Cooks. I'm Michelle Alcorn.
And I'm Helen Alcorn.
This is my mom, Helen, and I am back in Canada. So excited about being back in Canada. It's been a couple of months.
It's been a couple of months. Good to have her home.
Right? And as you can see, I'm channeling my inner Moroccan. I've had the most exceptional couple of weeks. We hope you've been enjoying on YouTube the amazing tours, right? We went through Chef Shawan, the Blue City, Akshore, Cooking in the Woods, which I'm a little bit inspired over the Cooking in the Woods one today. So one of the things that I ate a lot of over there was beautiful Moroccan, we would say kefta, which is ground beef, barbecued. And so you can get it everywhere. Okay. And I know we've had it for you here too.
Yes.
We've cooked that here. I brought back some beautiful pottery. How do you like my teacup?
Beautiful.
So this to me is a teacup. Albeit when you're traveling in Morocco, and I know that you're going to want to go there, oftentimes your tea is served in these beautiful smaller cups.
Yeah.
Or a little bit bigger than this. But Michelle decided she was going to have a nice big cup of tea this morning.
And more is better.
More is better. So we're so excited to be back here. Yesterday I went to the farmers market in Moncton. Hi to all the vendors there. It was just feeling like I was coming back home. And what's really interesting is I bought all of our local fresh ingredients, and I'm going to be using them with some of this great Moroccan seasoning that I brought back. Now, we're making a recipe today that I know the spices you can buy everywhere in the world, and we hope that you take an opportunity and get a little bit more of this together. So we've got these wonderful grills. These are called a shawaya, and I love them because they're really easy to put everything in, and then you can close them up. We're going to put our kefta in these. We're going to do some grilled vegetables. And this is barbecue season everywhere in Canada. Today it's a little rainy, but it's been hot and sunny. And just so everybody knows out there on YouTube and everywhere around the world, yesterday was 28 degrees. So it is hot, sunny, and absolutely beautiful here in Atlantic Canada. All the flowers are blooming. My garden's growing. I've got some videos I'm going to share later on that. But we're going to be doing one of these with the meat and then the other one with vegetables. But we've got something special that is one of our favorites, right, Mom?
Right.
And this is a unique vegetable. It's a fern.
It is. We call them fiddleheads.
Or a green. I think it falls in the green category.
And when they grow up, they are a fern.
Right. So have a look at these. They're absolutely cool. See, beautiful shape. And they grow in the wild. I think that that's one of the things that I want to make sure that really these can't be cultivated. So they can't be really farmed in the traditional farming sense, because it requires an entire fresh river or lake or brook running water. Yes. And they grow up onto the banks.
Up on the banks.
On the banks of them. Yeah. And look at the beautiful, vibrant green color. Our favorite way to cook these is to eat them really authentically. Sometimes like you would with another like beet greens or things like that. So we're going to steam them. So we've got some water in a pot here behind us. We've got them all cleaned up. I just love the shape of them, right? Get this one held up. And they're so beautiful. And the flavor of them is absolutely delicious. So if you're someone who likes your greens, you're going to love this one. It's really important that they're cooked properly, though, because you don't really want to eat them raw. So I'm going to hand them over to Mom.
And they're good. There's good vitamins and everything in them, too.
So many good vitamins, right, Mom?
In the green. Yeah.
So I'm just going to turn that pot on. We've got some water in the bottom of a pot. We're putting them in, and we're going to steam them. I love to steam versus boil my vegetables because I maintain my nutrients, and that's super important. So I'm going to take a sip of my tea because I can. And on a future episode, we're going to be featuring some beautiful Moroccan tea because I spent a lot more time drinking that while I was traveling. So what we're going to do is we're going to season our kefta. And I love this because you're going to get, and I've got a great ground beef here. You're going to see beautiful, rich color. This is an Angus beef. I want to say hi to the meat boys at the Moncton Farmers Market because this is where I got this beef. It has beautiful marbling in it. So we've got that ready. And it's not different far off, Mom, of us making some traditional meatballs and things as well, right? I've got all my vegetables here ready to grill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use really some of the traditional ingredients and seasoning in it. And I've got some paprika. I'm looking over here on the side. Here we go. So I've got some nice paprika that I brought back. This is a smoked paprika. Love smoked paprika. So in the amount I'm going to make, I'm going to put kind of a heaping teaspoon, we say. Looks like a pile of spices in Morocco. So trust me, when you're traveling, actually I'm going to put about half that for that size after Michelle spills it on the side of her. And then I've got some fresh cumin. Mom, can you grab me? There we go. And I put about half a teaspoon of cumin. If you're making a larger quantity, you'll adjust it. We do have the recipe posted, so you'll be able to check. Wouldn't that have been fun? Kefta flying across the floor. There we go. Little extra paprika on the side. I haven't cooked in the kitchen in a while, Mom. We're having a little bit of fun here. So I love this because one of the things that you can do, you can dice your onion really small. So we've got a regular onion here, or you can use a grater. So this is often used in a grater, and I love it because the onion just kind of melts into the meat.
Yes.
And it's way easier than cutting. I'm probably still going to cry from the onions. And I really have to say that over the last few weeks, I've been so immersed in the Moroccan culture and the food culture, the friends, the travel has been extraordinary. And I've learned some cooking tips and tricks along the way, but check out our YouTube channel for sure. And I think you're really going to see a beautiful trip through this country. And I want to say hi to my family and friends there because I'm definitely missing them. I only got back on Thursday. So there we go. That is a great amount of onion. No, this one's I'll hand you. Aha. Look, I'm going to start crying here now, Mom. This strong onion. I'm going to grate just a little bit more just due to the ratio I have. Here you go, Mom. I'll hand that right over. Thank you. There we have it. So we've got that beautiful onion. We've got our seasoning. The other seasoning I'm going to add in here is a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm going to show you that ratio. Oh, that was a watery onion. So that's one of the other things when you're using those nice watery onions, you get a lot of extra moisture in there. This is even beautiful when it starts to come together.
Want a paper towel?
A paper towel, probably for my hands. I'll get that off. Whee! My eyes are watering. So I love fresh cracked pepper. It's something that I always use, but you can use regular pepper for sure. And I put about a half a teaspoon of the pepper in there. And I've got a little bit of salt. I've got some nice fresh sea salt here. Beef needs salt for sure. Always tastes better with a little bit of salt. And then the other ingredient that I'm going to add is some beautiful fresh parsley. I love it. I just went to the garden center here yesterday and we picked up some nice fresh parsley to plant so that we will have our own parsley. So now when I'm using parsley, I just try to stick to the leaves. I don't use the big, we'll say stick parts of them or the stems, just because they're a little bit more bitter. And I was able to get this yesterday too at the farmer's market. We've got a lot of greenhouses here in Canada. And so they've already been growing a lot of this in advance. And actually, look at our chives in our garden, Mom.
Oh, they're all up. They've been up for 3 or 4 weeks.
And what else do we have planted in our garden? radishes.
Oh yeah, radishes, plenty.
Beans.
Yeah, beans, carrots.
Right?
What's the other one is?
This off to the side. Look at that. Our beautiful fresh parsley going in.
Our garlic scapes are all up.
I know. And a lot of people, we're going to have to do, I'm going to do a video on that to show everybody.
Yeah, they're just, the scapes themselves are just
turning. And we're going to talk about how garlic grows. We're all used to seeing that end result of the bulb at the bottom, but it's a really cool growing process. So in some kefta, in a lot of the side barbecues where we would stop all the time, they don't always put garlic in the kefta. And I know a lot of my family does not, but I'm just going to put a shwia. Shwia. Just a little bit of fresh garlic in. So it's as you like, but I'm just going to put a small amount because I love the flavor of garlic and beef together. It's so delicious. Now, this is a perfect hamburger recipe. So we're going to make this into small sizes that you would really see served at all Moroccan families at home and at the barbecues when you stop on the side of the road. But I seriously, one of the nights made this just into burgers. Same recipe, just made it into full burger patties. Exceptionally delicious. So I'm going to get one of my hands a little bit dirty here so we can mix all these ingredients together. Now, I've seen some people put cinnamon, or you can add turmeric. Turmeric is wonderful. Turmeric that gives you that extra boost of health and adds a little bit of more earthiness to it. So we're going to mix this up. See all those colors come together. I love it because the onions are shredded. So it actually comes together really well. I don't even feel the onions, Mom. They melt right in. So how long do we usually cook? We want our fiddleheads cooked through, but we don't want them, we say mushy, right? With a little firmness. So about
5-6 minutes. They're quite hard.
Yeah.
They're hard vegetables.
So anywhere between 6 to 8 minutes. There we go.
Yeah.
And again, I want to stress the fact we want them cooked, right, Mom?
Oh yes.
See? Now this looks absolutely perfect. Now right behind you, look at that. And you want to really get in there. And I'll tell you what I'm doing is I'm using the warmth from my hand, and it really activates the little bit of the fats that are in the meat, and it really helps it to melt together to give you a good consistency. And that is absolutely perfect. I love it. You can see a bit of the onion. You can see the green color. Look at that from the parsley. It smells incredible, actually. So I'm going to get our shawaya. So what we're going to do with this is we're just going to form these into some small patties, right? And you want to keep them all around a similar size. And because really, it's kind of the really traditional way to do it. But I will tell you, when I'm watching the guys on the side of the road, they make these in like seconds. I don't think I'll ever get a job there, but I love recording and touring around. So, Mom, when you were watching the tours, was there one of the videos that you liked the best? The Blue City tour or the fish?
I don't know. They were all great. It's hard to say. I was looking at what they were doing and all around the stuff, what was around them.
Right?
Yeah. There was so much color.
So much color. I think my Medina tours are some of my favorite. Missing those daily trips in to the souk or the Medina so you can check out all the vendors. Everybody is selling everything. It's absolutely awesome. And all the fresh food. So I think it was a perfect time of year for me to be traveling because now I'm coming back here to Canada and we have all the fresh food here. Travel just kind of gets everybody inspired. And I know, Mom, you've done a ton of travel.
Yeah, I have.
And now I want to say hi to Joan, Mom's favorite travel buddy. Joan from St. John, New Brunswick. While I was in Morocco, I didn't get a chance to see her, but they were on a cruise ship and they got to stop in Tangier and they went to visit Asila, a seaside town. So awesome. And we love it because I was talking to her and she said, Michelle, I can now see all the same things from all your videos. Thank you, Mom. Look at that. Perfect sizes. I feel like I should have had one a little bit more from another one. There we go. So I can get this a little bit more even. We're going to be enjoying. You're like, what? Is that one yours because it's bigger?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to now close this up. This is a great thing about this. If you don't have one of these at home, get one. See that? So it's going to make it really easy when we're barbecuing this one. And again, we're going to save this for later. We're going to barbecue it later. I'm just going to set this over here. And I've just got to wash my hands. And we're going to get our vegetable shaway together next. But let me give my hands a rinse. Mom, what stories do you have to share about some of the flavors that you've been trying with Moroccan food over?
Well, they're all quite, I love them all. I'm not a big hot, spicy person. This is spicy, but it's not hot.
Exactly.
And it's very, very flavorful. I love it all. Well, some of it is quite strong. Depends on what you're putting in it and what I'm eating. But I haven't had too many things that I didn't like.
Well, the thing is I love what Mom just shared. It's spicy with rich flavors, but it's not spicy that it's too hot, right?
Right.
Now, trust me, there are a few dishes. If you would like, you can definitely get some spicy sauce.
Yeah.
And one of the days we were traveling, because when you get there's a fresh tomato sauce that's made with it, which would take just a couple of tomatoes and put them in a blender. That's served with the grilled vegetables, and then sometimes they put a harissa sauce out accidentally.
Your fiddleheads are done. Where do you want me to put them?
Oh, great! I'm gonna put those right in this bowl.
Okay.
All right, let's get our vegetables. You're gonna see how quickly this comes together. I'm gonna slice these onions because the other thing is this is also very traditional. When you go to the restaurant, you can order. And they're going to put this for you on, and they're going to grill it alongside of your kefta. So you're going to get your nice grilled onions. And usually it's grilled onions and tomatoes. And I love this. It's probably going to be my new dish that I do a lot this summer. So we'll get this on here. And when we were in Akshore, so check out one of our other videos. And thank you so much to the over 30,000 people that have been following us. We love you from all over the world. And we hope that you start cooking a little bit more Moroccan, or at least take a visit if you don't get a chance to do some cooking. Here we go. I'm actually going to move that onion out because I'm going to put a couple of peppers in here. We'll get a bigger one after. All right. So then the only thing that...
Squeeze it in.
You got to squeeze it in. That's the best part about this shawaya, is it's already set. There we go. See, now then I'm going to squeeze it. There we go. So we've got it squeezed. I'm going to just put a little bit, for me, I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on these. So I find they grill, that adds some of the nice seasoning on them. And then those are ready to go onto the grill. I think I should be keeping the salt and pepper over here. There we go. Flip this over. I think it was
Almost caught me.
Almost caught you. There we go. A little bit of salt and a little bit of that pepper. I'm going to keep it here because we went up for our fiddleheads. And that's that. And those are so fast to do. So later, those are going to cook up really fast for us. So let's finish this off, Mom. Clean my board off a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is the simplicity. So as we wrap up the show today, I now feel like I brought a little Morocco home with me. And if you can't always get a chance to travel everywhere, I hope that you choose some amazing music and get those spices and flavors into your life. All right, come on around here, Mom. So what's our priority that we always put on
Well,
these?
we usually put salt and pepper and butter and a little vinegar.
Right?
So we put the salt and pepper, put the vinegar on first. So
I'm putting...
Okay, the butter on. So it's hot and melts through everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then, of course, when you get it on your plate, or you can add a little more if you want.
And a lot, we usually serve them in our own individual bowl.
Yes.
Because then we know how much we're getting.
Not only that, but then you don't want vinegar on the rest.
Right.
On the rest of your meal.
Exactly. So I've got this great natural apple cider vinegar, which we love. You can use any vinegar, but I do recommend that you use like one of the cider vinegars because they're not as strong as a regular white vinegar.
Yes.
And then we're going to top that with a little bit of cracked pepper. And I definitely say this needs some salt, right?
Yes.
Salt brings the flavor out in these beautifully. And maybe sometimes people show it on the show with the more butter on top, but I think we've done good with our butter.
Yeah.
So you've already had some of these.
I have.
When I was in Morocco, I called her one day because they only grow
this time of the year.
This time of year, right?
3 or 4 weeks, and that's it till the next year.
The flavor is amazing. You share one with Mom.
I get to eat the whole bowl.
That can happen sometimes on the show. I send her off to the side with a bowl, and then she's gone, like in 2.2 seconds.
That's really
So
good.
the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little bit of onion because this is something that I love, and that is over our grilled vegetables. I'm going to do a little vinaigrette, but I put a little bit of diced onion in it. And I really hope that you've enjoyed a little home cooking today. I've been at a lot of restaurants over the last few weeks, few months. And I must say, I'm excited to be back cooking in my home kitchen. And I've got this beautiful olive oil. I bought at this beautiful collective where there's artisans from all over the north of Morocco. They're coming together and they have a beautiful pottery and different things available and spices. And another thing that we're going to have with our meal today is some pickles. And I'd like to say hi to Plant and Pickle at the Moncton Farmers Market. She's pickled some dill pickles. I'll taste just one of those. Pickled rhubarb, Mom.
Oh.
And pickled Brussels sprouts. That's a beautiful plate. So we're going to add our onions. And a little bit of garlic and salt and pepper. And I'm just going to stir that up. That's where you really want some fresh garlic. And then you can drizzle this mixture over top of the grilled vegetables. You can dip your kefta in it, whatever you would like, because it's wonderful together. But I do like to make it and let it sit for a little bit, because then the flavor builds. So there. We're not going to put a lot of fresh garlic, right? Because this is a raw mixture. So nice and simple. Use the side of my knife to crush that garlic a little bit. Brings it into a paste, which, by the way, makes it so it's not as strong. Even though I think I could just eat raw garlic all day.
I had a piece of the rhubarb.
Rhubarb?
It was very tasty.
It's delicious.
Right away, you could taste the pickling, and then the rhubarb flavor came in.
I want you to try one of the dill pickles, but just remember when you look at the camera, because they're a little dilly. They're not spicy, they're just dilly.
Yeah. They are.
They are. And you get that big wink. There we go.
Oh, yeah, there.
And this, the last thing I'm going to add to this, because I like to use some dried herbs. And I love this. And I'm opening my package. Now, I would have some olives too, by the way, which I'll put with it, which is the zaytun is the olive oil, and then the zaytun are my olives. But this is dried thyme, dried oregano, and a little bit of dried rosemary mixed together. So
It's a combination.
it's a combination and often called zarta. And it's got a little bit of each. I didn't cut that big enough, Mom. I love a live show. Smell.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's very aromatic. There we go. And the reason I'm doing that this way now is those dried herbs will sit in that olive oil with the onions and the garlic. And we're going to be able to use that
On top of our kefta.
on top of our kefta
Can't
to
wait.
have a nice
Smell
extra
that.
flavor. Smell that.
Oh. You're getting the onion and the spices. Oh,
And the spices,
And
right?
you just mix them. Wait a little while later.
And the fragrance
Oh,
comes out.
Delicious.
So we are so excited. Canada is here, and we're going to bring a lot of our Moroccan flavors that we've learned over. But stay tuned because we've got an incredible summer tour ahead of you here. There's so many festivals, markets, and we love to eat. So stay tuned. Keep following. Hit that subscribe button. And we look forward to you staying connected with us. So this is so good. We haven't said this in a while. From our kitchen, what do we say?
Yours.
From our kitchen to yours. Thanks so much for joining us here in Atlantic
Take
Canada
care.
Cooks. Bye, everybody.
Enjoy eating.